How's it going? I'm back into the test mule today. Bought myself a cheap set of pipes. Pretty stoked. $250 for a set of pipes. I think that was pretty good. But they come down $40 postage from Queensland, so happy days. So it's put a set of pipes in it. So bought some headers, bought an exhaust system. Now I've got to make the two match, weld up a little bit of an engine pipe, and then it's on to electrical, and then we can start the Bumblebee 318. So yeah, this is exhaust and electrical before I get it going, before we do initial startup and cam running. So start into it. All right, first attempt. Cheap parts are never without their problems. So just getting the just getting the bolts to go in, the header flange. Had to get the ratchet strap out, and yeah. So now I've managed to get one bolt in up the front. Notice that the one up the back has gone real tight. But the upside was I was able to get two in there, tighten them up, and see where the collector's going to end up. Because these are actually pipes. These were designed for a post 67A body like this, but modified for a pre 67A body. So I didn't really know what I was going to get, but they were cheap, so I bought them. They were filthy cheap. So cheap parts though, always give you grief. Found that the headers hang pretty low, hang lower than my deep sump. So, well, whatever. I would have thought tri-wise it'd hang or would tuck up nice and tight, but oh well, it just is what it is. I don't really care. It's not going to stay like this for too long. So, yeah, so that's the header collector there. Hangs considerably lower, hangs considerably lower. And before I give it to it, it was actually touching the transpan. Now it's an inch off of the transpan. What I actually did was just stuck a long piece of pipe in there and just bent it around, put a block of timber in between the pipe and the steering box, and then just levered it over. Now I'll pull it out. I've actually made sure I've got clearance between the transpan and this plate that I need to weld on. Yeah, should be good. Should be perfect for what I want. And then I'll stick a set of hot dog resonators in here and feed it back into a single 3-inch. So hopefully it'll be nice and quiet. All right. I forgot to film, but the header collector is on. Header flange is on the collector. And now I suppose put it back in. And there we are. Driver side headers in. It is pretty busy down there. And I still got brake master and brake lines and all kinds to go through there. So it's going to be pretty busy down this side of the engine. That went in pretty easy. Not sure what to do with the shifter cable, but yeah, it's pretty easy. I'll show you. So, kind of hang pretty low. Yeah, I'm pretty disappointed actually. Notice about pretty much 50% of the pipe is below the deep transpan, and I reckon about 100% of the pipe is below the rail. So 2.5 inches below the rail, starting to get, starting to drag its balls. But oh well, whatever. We'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so the gaskets arrived, and something about this feels like a milestone to peel the tape off. Well, there she is. Not great. Not that bad, I suppose. But, yeah, it's in. Alright, now the headers are in. I've been working on the exhaust system. It's sort of just stitched together in places. It's an old system that I just made up out of rubbish that I had. Single 3-inch back to, there we go, twin 2.5s. Hot dogs coming off the headers. Notice that it is actually just made up out of scraps. There's 2-bolt flange on the driver's side and 3-bolt flange on the passenger. But it'll do me for the time being. I'll pull it out now and fully weld it, give it a coat of jam, and we'll go from there. Yep. That's what you get when you're making an exhaust system out of scraps. There she blew. All right. Well, there it is. My motley exhaust system bolted in nicely. So that's the exhaust system taken care of. Now I've just got to wait for tomorrow. Buck the Atlas is coming over, and we'll finish off the wiring. So Buck the Atlas came over last night. We got some progress happening. We got we got some progress anyway, but wiring's starting to take shape. We got let me see. Fuses are in. But, can't see it, but there's a relay up there. Yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's a productive session. Got got to start on some battery cables here. Tested a few things, figured out a few things. Got fan relay here. That'll be screwed in something like that. But yeah, wiring's coming across here. It'll be routed up under here and brought across to the fuse box. Yeah. And then I'll still be able to run the vent down in there. Still be able to put a glove box in it. Glove box will come out there and it'll be above all of that anyway. Well, that's good. Yeah, still need to get this sorted out. It's a bit of a mess down there, but I mean these wires are hooked up to the fan and the water pump, so that's good. That can just be zip tied up to the loom underneath the dash. A few little things to take care of here. The oil pressure gauge line, a few little bits and pieces, but made some good progress. And so that's all good in there. But the muffler resonator for the tailpipe has arrived, so I want to do an unboxing. Of that thing. So, all right. Fresh from Northside Customs. Not as long as I was hoping. Actually, pretty bloody short. Oh, whatever. So, where are we? Lukey Performance Exhaust. Now, yeah, you're going to see this or not. Hold on. It's chambered and it's a glass pack. So, yeah, hopefully that'll shut it right up and give it a nice throaty note. Well, there's the underside of the Valiant. Let's have a look and see how this thing's going to fit. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to take the tow bar off. But looks like it'll work. Alrighty, back into the wiring. And just so you know, I mean, this is effectively just a factory wiring loom with a few bits and pieces added. Got to put a diode in there because that's where the factory voltage regulator goes. And so I'm running the late model Bosch alternator. So I've got to run a diode in there. Disconnected the no ballast resistor because it's running a Bosch distributor and a BIM Bosch ignition module. I guess you call it HEI, or I don't know what you'd call it, but it's electronic ignition rather than points. And MSD coil painted black. Yeah, other than that, it's a factory wiring loom with a few little alterations. But yeah, plan with this is to get that all neatened up. So that's the plan. All right, gentlemen, I apologize for the super B grade filming. The cinematography is not exactly Steven Spielberg, but this is our cluster of wires that are going to be tucked up here. This is the steering column, just to orientate yourselves. That's the ashtray, bottom shell of the dash. So what I'm basically going to do here, straighten this out and stuff it up under the dash to clean the whole wiring loom up. All right, well that's that sorted. I've gone. I got on. See if I can get this light out of the way. Got on and put a ground in. Put some wire in. I plugged one in for the Davies Craig. So the Davies Craig's all hooked up now. Seems to function pretty well. Yeah, I mean, you could hear it cycling the pump, so that's good. Wait, see how the road's blaring. But yeah, I'll keep tucking things away here. I've got a little bird's nest there I've got to deal with, and a little bird's nest under here I've got to deal with. But yeah, making progress. Right, well that looks a bit neater. And except for that coil of green wire, that all looks pretty good. It's neatening up. Now, tuck a few of those away and we'll get moving on that. Well, gentlemen, I think that looks a lot better. We've got one wire there. The purple wire is for the lights on these gauges. We've got yeah, I mean, the lights on the other gauges light up, and if you hit the key, the Davies Craig lights up. Well, yeah, you can see the O2's firing. And I don't know. Oh, that's funny. That was working. You can hear the water pump, the electric water pump going. I'll turn that off. But yeah, look, that's a lot better than what it was. It's starting to really take shape. I think this video is probably getting a bit long and probably pretty boring, so I think we'll call it a day there. But this thing is nearing completion. All right, so I'm just seeing my reflection. I'm thinking, holy moly, I look like birds fighting on the roof. Anyway, I'm looking like a wild man, but I better finish this video. Gonna get into the 360, the piggy bank horsepower motor, right after I run the cam in on this thing. So Buck the Atlas is going to come over in a couple of days and just finish up the last little bits, do the last where are we? Just the bird's nest around the battery. Figure that out and put a good set of battery terminals on it and proper crimp terminals and all that sort of stuff, and just finalize all of that, and I guess the last little wire under the dash and a few other bits and pieces. But this thing is pretty close, and I'm getting pretty excited. I'm spending a lot of time on it, hence no time to shave and looking like a wild thing. But yeah, pretty happy with the progress. It's all right, well, that's us for the time being, fellas. I'll see you again soon.